Good morning, folks. Here from Ballyshannon. We're speaking to Barry O Neill today from the Rory Gallagher Festival. Of course, Barry founded the Rory Gallagher Festival. When did you actually start up the Rory Gallagher Festival, Barry?
I feel very old now, Marie, but it started, I suppose, initially Rory died in 1995, and in about 1997, 1998, his brother was invited to Ballyshannon to unveil a plaque at the Rock Hospital where Rory was born. And that day, there would have been always pictures of Rory in our house and in the shop, in the port and such, because back in 1947-48, Rory's parents lived with my grandparents. And it was the building of the cementation of the ESB, the Catherine Falls at the time. So Rory's dad, Danny and Monica were in Ballyshannon because Danny was working on the building of the ESB station. So back then people just opened up their houses, and my grandfather, because it was a business house, my grandmother, they had a pub, a cafeteria, and they had lodgings, so that's where the Gallaghers would have came to, and that was Rory's first home. So growing up, always we heard stories about Rory Gallagher being born in the Rock and coming to live with my grandparents. So then in 1997, 2 years after Rory died, obviously he toured the world, he became this international superstar. I'd left Ballyshannon as a baby, let's be honest about it. And this photograph arrived in our letterbox one day with a photograph of Rory, and on the back it was, "Thanks for keeping my brother's memory alive from Donald," and Donald's phone number. So that was probably the first contact I had with the Gallagher family. It was 1997 when that photograph arrived, because for some reason there was nobody at home that day. This photograph was there because I remember it was Patrick Danaher, a local musician, brought Donald down to see these pictures in the windows of the shop. And that was it. That was my connection with Donald. We would have started tribute gigs in the pub, and then around 2002 we had a small tribute festival, and then around 2003 we went for a big one, which was the June one. And
well, I must say that it's absolutely very successful for you, Barry, over the years. It's absolutely amazing the work you have done on it.
Yeah, well, it's 20 years now, believe it or not. This year it's 20 years. This is our 20th international festival. As I say, we did have a small one back in 2002, which was in March, and we didn't really know what we were doing. We probably didn't know what we were doing for a long time.
Well, yes, of course.
But over the years we have developed a skill of we're still voluntary, because we're voluntary from day one.
Yes, you have been.
We're a community-driven organisation. Like the festival now has an appeal to 25 countries worldwide, and that's, people will come here now in the June weekend, and will come from New Zealand, Australia, Canada, America,
Germany,
all across
France.
yeah.
I've met them here at the festival before,
Every country.
Barry,
yeah.
Being honest with you, Barry, I mean, it's not even like the fact that it's the Rory G Festival and it's all about Rory G and the rock music and stuff, but look at the exposure that you've given to major bands coming playing in the tent, coming playing in the pubs, and local talent as well. So you actually brought the rock music together at that festival in Ballyshannon. It's a stand at the Rory Gallagher Festival just down the street where we have the opening, folks. And you'll fill us in on the opening now, Barry.
Well, we have 40 different acts playing over 15 stages in 4 days. And the opening will be on Thursday, the 30th of May 2024, and Johnny Gallagher will be one of the first acts on. Johnny's from Bundoran. A lot of people wouldn't know him. I'm only joking.
The boxing band.
So we couldn't miss
A
Johnny.
very talented man.
If you can't see him, you'll hear him coming. But Johnny's one of the most talented people.
Oh God, yes.
In this locality as regards music, and we've been lucky because Johnny has been an ambassador for the festival for many years. Has went places, anywhere he's ever gone, he's promoted the festival. Pat McManus is the same, but yeah, Johnny opens the festival effectively from the Rory Gallagher statue with a three-piece band and such. It's Johnny Gallagher's band, it's not Foxley, and it's the festival effectively from the Rory Gallagher statue with a three-piece band and such. It's Johnny Gallagher's band, it's not Foxley.
That's why it's important, folks, to have organisations in the community and founders of community groups that actually puts a spirit into the community like Barry O Neill has done with the Rory G Festival over the years, 2002. I mean, that is an amazing project, absolutely. And it has a huge influence on our youngsters growing up as well, because it draws them into the rock music. For example, we just mentioned the Slacks for a minute.
Oh yeah.
They're the young band,
Great
right?
young band, yeah.
They're absolutely amazing.
Very
We have
talented.
recorded them.
Yes, I've seen those, yeah.
And the thing about them is, like, they're getting places. They were chosen for the Sea Sessions this year in Bundoran in 2024. And Radio SAAF is proud enough to get their jerseys done for them for the occasion.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean.
That's very good.
I think that the Rory G himself, and has a huge importance in society here in Ballyshannon. But the founder of the festival is yourself, Barry O Neill, and only for you and for the festival. So that is great work on your behalf over those years. And it's nothing community is easy to put together, as you know. But for some strange reason, there's always a huge draw on it.
Well, that's really down to the appeal of Rory Gallagher. Like Rory Gallagher travelled all around the world for many years. He toured constantly. He wasn't a commercial artist, so I think that's reflected by the audiences that come here. They love Ballyshannon. Like, if this was in Cork or Dublin, it would be lost. Whereas this event now is in a small town, which started where Rory was born. The Dutch, the Germans, the Europeans, the international visitors, they love that. And you know what? Over the years, the local people, families in the town, have become very friendly with families abroad. So we've created this.
The diaspora.
Yeah, but
abroad in here.
Yeah, but we've created this. Yeah, we've created these. I suppose it's like when you're at school and you have a pen pal and then you eventually go to visit them. Like, I know a lot of people from Ballyshannon, people who come to the festival and next thing they're taken off to Norway to visit these people who are from here.
Exactly, because it's interesting for them.
So yeah, like, the festival probably has done a lot for Ballyshannon, has done a lot for Bundoran, has done a lot for the locality, but it's never been about, for me it's always been about celebrating Rory. It's been a cultural thing.
Exactly,
But it's
bringing the culture abroad as well,
But it's
into different
it's
countries.
also been an education, because there's many young musicians have applied their trade, like the Slacks will doing this year, last year. The Slacks will eventually play the Big Top in Ballyshannon at a festival.
Of course they will.
And there's been other bands like that before, Moonchild, Mark, Seamus Langan, Sean Reynolds. They would have started out playing the streets, cleaning the streets, believe it or not, and then ended up playing the Big Top. So like all the musicians locally over the years as well, like they've helped out in a lot of ways. But the local community have as well. They've embraced this, and any big event is going to have issues and have problems. So we've had our fair share of them over the years.
Yes.
Stuff that probably isn't. But when you're bringing in 7,000 to 10,000 people for 4 days into a town that's got a population of 2,000,
Yes.
you're almost quadrupling the population, and you just have to be ready for it.
You have to be, and of course ticket sales as well. Where does people buy the tickets there, Barry?
It's all on the website, RoryGallagherFestival.com, and as I say, we consciously keep our tickets, you know, at a very affordable price. We've always done that, and as I say, like, costs are high, etc., but like for 3 nights at the Big Top, you get 9 acts for €95. That's €30 a night. That's €10 an act, and you're getting the likes of Canned Heat. You're flying in from Los Angeles. You know, Valbert Cummins flying in from Massachusetts. Like, these are huge acts in the blues rock world, and even Dale Wolf from Holland, 9 Below Zero, Mark Felton, Rory's harmonica player, Rory's band, the Band of Friends, you know, Urja Lightning, or as they say in Finland, Urja Lutinen. First time appearance as well. So we've a lot of first time acts this year. But these are huge touring acts, and they're coming into play in a tent in Ballyshannon under a cover in the same time.
Amazing success,
really
Barry.
lovely, yeah.
Amazing success, and it's great to see it happening. And indeed, Barry, like, if you do, as I do say about everything, if you don't put the work into it and add a bit of spirit to it and passion to stuff, you don't get your results.
Yeah.
And that's the way we're going for 5 years of Radio SAAF. Yeah.
It's brilliant, yeah, and I've been following Radio SAAF this last number of months.
You have,
I wouldn't say 5 years, but I've got to know a lot about it, so I think it's really brilliant to see community radio in the locality, and you know, I know my own business is radio as well, so It's great to see you thriving.
And
It's great to see your
out and about.
enthusiasm. Yeah, it's great
Yes.
to see John here as well, behind the camera, you know.
The man behind the curtain.
Yeah, if there's anything we can do to help, as you go along in your journey as well, we'd love to do that. We love to support things locally as well.
Thank you very much, Barry O'Neill.
Appreciate
Indeed,
that.
you're all, well, I must say that you were always very supportive to our station. We had two fundraisers and the O'Neill family, all of them in the pubs, the off licence and the shop, indeed supported us. And we're very thankful to the whole community and to our sponsors. Our sponsors are very important because they're the people actually who back us up so that we can buy the stuff that you're seeing on the table here and more and more and more, because the more we can add to it, Barry, the better coverage we get.
But you're also giving a platform to local musicians and young musicians, which is great.
We have done that and we're doing that, and we're pumping the music, the local music from the, for example, from the pubs that we are actually sponsored by. We are actually pumping that on our jukebox so people can sit back later and listen to the shows and listen to actually themselves playing the music.
Yeah, I was watching you
what I
and
mean?
John bopping our Max Barrow night as well.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So I have been watching. Yeah. I think you're doing more bopping than John. John was trying to get you to slow down.
Well, it's very hard to slow me down.
I know that. She's rang me about 10 times since yesterday we just interviewed.
Well, it's good because I think
we're
that
joking. No, you didn't.
we're joking
Just
now.
twice.
We have to have a joke as well, like, and a bit of banter on the show is no harm. And by the way, since we're both in media, we can banter away.
Yes,
We'll say no more about that.
Yeah.
But I would like to say that we are absolutely, Radio SAAF is absolutely privileged and honoured for to be asked actually as well by yourself, like, to cover the Rory G Festival this year and to open the festival at the statue with the Boxy Band, Johnny Gallagher. We are absolutely excited and thrilled to be doing this in the community. This was always a project that I loved to have a part in, and thanks to Barry O'Neill, we've got that opportunity, folks, to our listeners.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're going to be there.
Yours truly.
You won't need a microphone because the music's that loud. You don't need microphones.
No, but you see, what we want to do is we want to record the music.
Absolutely.
Because that's, and also as well, we have to understand as well, like when we're actually in there, like doing that, and the music is on, we want to get a clear picture and the music to be perfect. Yeah. So that goes, the whole show of at the tent as well, the whole lot goes up, all the big bands, they go up on our YouTube.
Yes.
They go up on Twitch TV, because we have a TV channel called Radio SAAF.
I've seen it, yeah.
And Barry, not even that, it goes then to our jukebox. So you can sit down one evening and listen back to the whole week, 3 days or 4 days that we have. And of course, Max Barrow sponsored Veronica and Matt. Yes. We're proud to have them because they want
Derry.
us in
Of Armagh.
Armagh.
Max from Derry.
That's from Derry, and Veronica's from Armagh.
We beat both of them.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, like, I have to say that Veronica and Max Barrow was always massive support from day one.
Yes.
And anybody in Ballyshannon, and Mr. G's, the Grants Butchers.
True, man, Mr. G, we beat them too.
Sunday was a bad day for them. Anyway, what can we say? And Cone Carpets printing cone, an amazing, and our own guy in Bundoran there, the Chase and Bull, And
forgot about Nuala McDermott.
I am going to come back to her because I have a few hairdressers to cover yet. Nuala McDermott from Spitins, and the Wheathedge coffee shop there, Larry, on the way back. Shirana's. Rihanna's. I call her Shirana, but it's Rihanna's. It's a great coffee she makes, to be honest. It's a great stuff. That's another great project there.
Oh yeah, lovely queen cakes there.
Oh, there is everything, anything you'd like to get.
Cappuccino.
Are you always going to be picking up cappuccinos, Barry?
Yeah.
And not forgetting the lads in Valley Buffet, Pat Bonner's Bar, and the Shamrock as well. And we have a new hairdressing salon as well that came in. Public Image and Valley Buffet. we're not forgetting Martin O'Donnell and Dom's Pier 1 in Donegal Town. Martin is one of our sponsors, and believe it or not, we reached 23.8k on TikTok on Saturday night in his bar with Sean Gibbons playing from Shannon. And we were absolutely thrilled about that, and that's what we are featuring.
One of the best musicians locally as well. Great songwriter.
Absolutely.
Good fella.
Absolutely, Barry. And
he was the last man to go to bed at my wedding.
Oh, was he?
Gibbons, yeah.
Was
The
he
Abbey
playing,
Hotel.
right?
In the middle of the ballroom at 4:30 in the morning singing. In 2011.
And it's not even that. We were on in Max too, Ballyshannon, and on the same TikTok page, we hit 11.8k listeners. And the Villa Vista Bundor, the Italian restaurant, he's one of our sponsors, and he actually came in at 8.9k last week on the show. So that's where we are going. And I can't forget A2 said driving school as well.
You're going to leave someone out?
No, Rizzo's.
All the sponsors, SAAF. Brilliant.
Absolutely. Have I left anybody else? Nirvana, Breach, Mahan, Kelly. Yeah. Jerry, thanks very much for the sponsorship too, folks. And the Four Lanterns in Donegal Town, Sligo, Buncrana and Letterkenny. I like to
love the curry chips and the Four Lanterns. Strawberry milkshake, curry chips.
They're doing great, all of them, you know, and I hope you. And I did mention James Doherty, the Jason Bull. I
mentioned him twice.
Yes,
well, I hope to get more of him, James.
And as well, I'm sure that we would all like to. I know there's some of the councillors tuned in on the show, the county councillors, and Barry O Neill was an ex-councillor now. He done his job while he was in it. But we'd like him to actually wish you all the best, folks, who's running. All you can do is your best at the end of the day in anything in the community.
I'm going to vote for them all.
Well, if we had
one for everybody in the audience.
Yes.
Everybody in the audience. We're both in media. Michael Fackley's giving out whiskey, we're giving you number one. Mickey McMahon, Barry Sweeney,
John Malloy. We have more of them there too. Michelle Brennan.
Well, Michelle Brennan's Leitrim.
Yes.
Yeah. We're in Donegal.
We're in Donegal, but I'm in Leitrim.
I know, I love Leitrim.
And Justin Mornick as well.
Justin.
We're between both.
We still didn't build a new bridge between Bundor and Canavan.
Don't get me started, Barry O Neill.
Lennox Bridge, he said he built it 6 years ago, still not built, so Justin Mornick, get me in trouble. I'm joking, Justin. And a good chairman of Leitrim County Council. He's had a great year.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's doing mighty work.
He's a warrior.
Yeah. He is, and he got a great position there too. Justin did.
James Gilmartin, good friend of my family up there in Hamilton.
That's right, James Gilmartin as well.
For the rural community.
And Mr. What's his name? Is the new lad as well there. In Manuel Hamilton, there is a new councillor running there. McDermott, is it? I know McComiskey is running.
Oh yes,
McComiskey.
I know Mr. Kevin. I know him very well too. Good friend.
Yes. So these lads are all running at the minute. So it's like everything else.
Good luck to them all. We're guaranteed my Johns. Everybody can't go wrong.
Folks, and next politician.
It's the worst thing you can hear.
I can't fit his shoes.
It's the worst thing you can hear when you're out knocking doors, looking for votes. Don't worry about it. Brand.
Keep running.
Keep moving. You've nothing to be worrying about. You're a shoe in. It's terrible,
Well, it's a great time to be having an interview with you, Barry O Neill, for the Rory G Festival, where the campaign is going on as well.
I have 15 years now, and I'll tell you something. I'd rather be Rory G any day than out climbing poles, putting posters up at the minute.
Oh, I'd say so. Yeah, it's just as strong.
Good luck to them. Listen, it's very rewarding work.
It is very rewarding. It's very hard work.
It's hard work. Yeah. The local politician probably is more important than any representative because they're there 24/7, 7 days a week. So I might be having a bit of fun.
But they're the men and women you see, though, not the men and women in Donegal, though, Barry.
First point of contact is your local
Yes, exactly. They're the important people in the community, So I guess everybody should be supportive, and that's the reason I have the Week of Politics on at the minute,
Yes.
so that they can all come in and speak to me, and that's what they're doing. And I found Barry Sweeney. I found him, and I spoke to Barry as well yesterday. I found him through a company in Ballyshannon. So
He's a good fella, Barry.
he's a nice lad to
He'll do
talk
very
to.
well.
So, anything else on the festival now before we
Before we go, just if everyone could put out the China flag and play for good weather.
Oh, well, if we get the good weather, folks, we are in heaven.
It'd be great, really
It
great.
would be great.
We've always had good weather, so I'm really hoping for the good weather because it makes such a difference. Because like, we have so many free outdoor events on the streets of Ballyshannon. Like other festivals don't have that. You know, like a lot of festivals go to now, like they're in behind, you know, a field with walls around them. And
I was going to ask you a quick question, Barry, while I have you now. See the way the Rory Gallagher Festival is on. What's the story about accommodation in Ballyshannon and surrounding areas, for example? How are they fixed?
it's very heavily booked because of the humanitarian situation, which I absolutely have no problem with. And there's less beds available. But saying that, like all of Fermanagh probably is full from the Rory Gallagher Festival, all of Donegal town, like it's reaching into Sligo, Ross's Point. So people are very resourceful. The people that want to come to Rory Gallagher Festival, they'll find a way to be here. They'll find a bed, and like I've often went to festivals across Europe, and I've been over the years.
Rucksack on your back, probably.
Well, I'd be
really,
lucky.
Barry, you know?
You might go to a city to a festival, and it could take you 25 minutes to get to the venue. So, like, what's the difference in having to stay in Grange and Sligo, or you know, up in Kesh and Fermanagh and come in out to Ballyshannon? And that's what's happening. That like, people are very resourceful. Like, we have our camper van sites, we have our camping sites. They're booking out very well.
Wow.
And you have to remember too the audience of people who come to Rory Gallagher Festival. It's a broad range of people.
Yes.
Like there's young people, there's not so young people, there's middle-aged people, and then there's people in my category, very old people, you know, so...
We're going to head us into the pension this now, are we, Barry?
But no, they're very resourceful, and it's... yeah, and you know, there's a lot of people locally as well open up their houses, take people in. And
Exactly, B&Bs.
People who've done B&Bs years ago,
Sure.
they're just open for the Rory Gallagher
There's
Festival.
only a stone throw from Ballyshannon to Bundoran as well, if people need to come.
Bundoran's packed for the Rory Gallagher Festival.
It's-
Like Bundoran is the Rory Gallagher Festival as regards accommodation.
It is, of
shuttle
course.
buses. I had a conversation as well with a couple of tourism providers in Bundoran. I'm getting political now, but I really think that South Donegal, and same as the camera, and same as to anyone who wants to see it or listen, we really need to get our act together as regards events, tourism. You know, I love Rory Gallagher and all that, absolutely, but I think, you know, I'd be very worried going forward for the South Donegal economy that they need to get themselves on the radar with the tourism authorities again. I think we're falling off it. And I think towns like Ballyshannon, very historical town, Ireland's oldest town, Bundoran, premier seaside resort, surfing, sea sessions. Like the two towns have a lot to offer, but we could be forgotten about very quickly.
Yes.
And I'm not having to go with political representatives, I'm actually having to go here at the officials in Donegal County Council that need to understand that this area has always been a tourism area, Bundoran, Rossdown and Ballyshannon.
Absolutely.
And as regards events tourism, I think that Bundoran, Ballyshannon and Rossdown, we need to sit down and work hard on this because it's going to
Work it out.
it's becoming very important going forward because smaller businesses are finding it very difficult. That's why you see governments now putting out these schemes to help small business packages, and new packages. They're trying to keep them open.
Yes.
But the one thing about it is event tourism can drive in 2 or 3 big events near you, can keep businesses open through the hump. And what I mean by the hump is the downtime of, you know, it could be October, November, December, January. It might just get them over that. So, yeah, I'm very passionate about that.
The folk festival is on as well.
Yeah, the folk
That's
festival,
on,
it's 47 years of the folk festival, August Bank Holiday weekend.
Yes.
And, you know, John and Mary there on the committee, they're doing their best.
Yes.
You know, and they've done a great job reviving as regards bringing back the tent. I know they have a very good lineup this year. And the way I see the folk festival is 47 years. Like it's incredible to see it still going, and long may it continue and get to 50 and past it, you know.
Long may all the festivals continue, Barry. But I see that there's a lot of youngsters in the area now as well that likes to go to the festivals, and they go anywhere to a festival, you know, with the rucksack on their back too, and they camp out for it. If you have interest in the music, you'll go anywhere, you know. It's the way it is.
There's great opportunities now. Young people have a lot of choice as regards going to a concert in Dublin, or if you look at Bruce Springsteen last weekend. He played all over the country. Like I know, again, it's a very broad audience, but like the amount of young people now, the amount of events like that they can get to around Ireland, it's brilliant. Like good safe events as well.
Yes,
you know, good music events, good sporting events. So, but it's great to have them here. Like Rory Gallagher and C-Sessions on doorstep. As you say, they don't have to travel too far.
Exactly.
You know.
I was going to ask you, Barry, while I have you, where in Ballyshan is the oldest historic point?
Well, I'd say probably the Catsby Cave down at the Abbey Mill.
Oh yeah, the Abbey Mill.
Well, I suppose older than that, like Barry Sweeney will probably collect them, say Barry O Neill or Anthony Beckley, but it probably is the Interstate Island. That's where, according to history, the first people arrived in Ireland to set up a town settlement. They were a group called the Partholons, led by a Macedonian chief. So yeah, Inner Seymour Island. But I'd say Catsby Cave and the Abbey Mill, like, you know, would be that whole area of Ballyshan.
The clock must resemble some...
that'll be much later, yeah. But
what was the resemblance? Why was the clock put up?
The clock tower was put up because it was a bank, as far as I know, that the old Royal Scottish Bank.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and interestingly, I heard recently that when it was built, it was meant to be built sort of a wee bit further back.
Yeah.
But it was built out onto the street as such, so that's why it was a narrow footpath. But I was through it there at Christmas. Myself and Mark Langan, a local musician, we done the 12 nights of Christmas. People might have seen it on Facebook.
Yes, I did actually.
And we went to a lot of places. We lit it inside the town clock building. And to be honest, my first time inside it, Ian McNulty has done a great job, you know, to restore it and take it over.
Great.
You know, it could have fallen into disrepair, and you know, I know Barry Sweeney's given a lot of help there too.
Yes.
And you know, it's great to see those old buildings coming back, and it's great to see so many empty shop units in Ballyshannon pre-COVID are now being done up, like the old Andre McDonald's, Archie Pizza's opened.
Yes, a lot of things has opened up.
Yeah, you missed, I say the filling station, Big Johnny's opening a cafe
and Legacy as well.
Legacy,
exactly.
Did a great job.
Johnny Clementes is opened up beyond
That's
as well.
right.
He's bought
so it's great to see all
space.
those units reopening. You know,
It is. That's it. It's more development in the area, you know. Well, Barry, it was lovely talking to you, speaking to you today at Radio SAAF. You tuned in to the local community station, the voice in your own community. Come on in, folks, and speak to us. We are open to anybody to come in and speak to us with what's happening in the area. As I did say, it's the week in politics at Radio SAAF, and as well, our music venues for the weekend will be coming up on our Facebook pages, etc. So pop into our Facebook pages. We will be on air again today at some stage, and obviously speaking to somebody or playing a bit of music, so keep tuned in. It's the voice in your own community. It's the people's station. It belongs to you. So even though I am very proud of it, and I founded the station 5 years ago, and it's great to have two founders of two organisations in a community organisation sitting at one table that started off basically the same way, music and radio.
Brilliant.
And it's great to have you, Barry, and thank you very much again for the invitation. We are more than proud to present the Rory G Festival this year at Radio SAAF. It's a milestone for the station in our community. Young and old, come on out and have a word with us on the streets, even for the Rory G Festival. As I did say, we are open to conversation with anybody who would like to speak to us, and the musicians and the business people, and by golly, we're getting great support from all of those. And Mila Buchas, Gramila Mahagi Fat, we engaged with the radio Shri and Atlanti Vo, Ian, and Shaw, a man and Tuman, a Gondet on the wall. We may account the Barry O Neill in Yoke, or Rory G Festival Tatchak Sauce. I was Gramila Mahagi Lake, we engaged with the radio SAAF. Thank you all for tuning in to Radio SAAF. I'd like to thank Barry O Neill for coming along and speaking to the station this morning. on behalf of the Rory G Festival. And I hope both of us going to enjoy it, Barry. And John.
Of course.
Canavan is here as well at the interview, doing all our technical stuff for us here.
In between
As
the
I
head
did say, I'm not technical. I can speak, play music, but don't ask me to do anything with technology.
Johnny Gallagher's going to ask you to sing.
Johnny Gallagher won't be asking me
He's
to do
gonna sing.
it. Well, you know, talking about singing and music, I'm a songwriter, you know, Barry. So I've written a good few songs now, and there's people singing them, there's artists singing them, but they're recorded in Newtown Studios in Glenbundorn by Mr. Corbett.
I've been in it recently, lovely studio.
Oh, isn't there? He has a lovely studio. Jim has a lovely studio.
Great to see you.
And yeah, well, Mary K. Burke has actually recorded there, Amazing Someone, that I wrote in 2018.
What's it called?
Amazing Someone. I'll send it to you. And I have also, There's Always a Welcome There for You, written by myself and produced by Newton Studios there and sang by Karen J. Hart. And many more if I go down the line. So there's a few more as well that we have written now.
Well done.
And it would be great to write a song about the Rory G Festival, wouldn't it?
Great one about the politicians. Amazing you. It's always a welcome on the doorstep for Justin Warnock, Barry Sweeney, John Maloney.
Drop your leaflets in, lads and ladies.
Stand Beside Me was my favourite one in politics.
Don't ignore me.
Or don't.
Well, tá Cordis Rá, le Fecal and Shaw, a Donal All, a Cantley, Barry O Neill. It's Smalum, so a Cantley Dina Hortze. I do like speaking to people. I said it's a great welcome here at Ballyshannon for Radio SAAF this morning by Barry O Neill. He's the founder of Rory G Festival. Well, Barry, thank you very much for coming along and speaking to us here. Where are we? Which restaurant are we in as well? We're in the...
Ted Brasserie.
Yes, a beautiful, and they make a beautiful breakfast here. And a lovely cup of coffee as well, indeed, which we're enjoying. Folks, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Support now the Rory G Festival here in Ballyshannon. Young people that's tuned in and all who's tuned in as well. And come along and enjoy the fantastic artists that's coming from far and near. Big names to the Rory G Festival this year. So I hope we get the weather. If we get the weather, we have the music.
Oh yes.
And
good.
we have the laugh, and the personality and the media and the whole lot out in it. So we can't go wrong. Of course, speaking out about our local man, Johnny Gallagher, opening the festival on the 30th of May at the statue. And very good. And Johnny's very, very, very talented.
Very talented.
Very talented.
He's nearly as good as Gibby. Getting there. Gibby's still better.
Well, no. If Johnny Gallagher is tuned in, he must be having
He'll get there. He'll know.
Yeah. So, folks, Slán fad le fadach be mar ball. I'll be back later. Thank you very much. I'll be back later to you folks on talking to you later on this evening. Surely talking to somebody. We always have some aces up our sleeves at Radio SAAF. We'll announce it closer to the time. Thank you very much, and it's again an honour to be with Barry O Neill. It's an honour to open the festival here, and it's great to have our own station in the community.
Absolutely.
And it's a milestone, 5 years, you know.
5 years.
Because we don't get any grants, we don't get anything. It was done by a few people, mostly by myself, being honest with you, and then everybody. Then, like when COVID started, like. We had one fundraiser before it, Barry, and it went well for us, so we bought whatever we needed. And then we let it through, and I did 4 shows every day in COVID to keep the community entertained here and abroad, because I all associate with it, you know. And I think it's very good. I speak both languages well, so I have the Connemara people tuned in, and Gaydor tuned in, and Kiri, Kunde Kiri, Esquel get tuned in. And another thing too that I find that we left everything there. We didn't do any sponsorships or anything. We just looked back now until now. Of course, we had a few sponsorship in the past, and I have to be honest with these all lads. They're all Ballyshannon, and I know Mr. G was our first sponsor. Thank you, Liam Gallen. McGrahan Butchers.
We beat Tyrone, Mr. G.
And
on Donegal.
Brendan Cohen, and Brendan is still with us. And I hope I mentioned about Down Motors. Spread ends. Well, Nuala, if you're watching into the show, be ready for me at 2 o'clock because I'm going doing my hair with you. I have I have a lot of split ends, Nuala. So, hello Veronica, and that you're tuned in as well there. Right,
Veronica, we beat Armagh.
next bar. She gets you.
I don't care. Anyone's a friend of Kieran McGeaney. Sad. 11 years in charge. No cups, Veronica. Nothing. Up Donegal. Jimmy's winning matches. You know that one?
Yeah.
We should write a song for Jimmy McGuinness and put Armagh into it. Tyrone and Derry. We beat them all. There she is. Up Donegal.
Guy Liverpool. I'm from Galway. We're from Galway as well.
Oh God. Commiserations.
Yeah. Well, they don't have a great
too.
team. They don't have a
Oh,
great
they
team.
do.
They don't have a great team of
They're
late.
playing Derry on Saturday night. I fancy Corrick Joyce's Galway to win.
Well, I'm joking.
Sorry, Matt. She's going to get bait again Saturday night by Galway.
We never let our own sides down
You
anyway.
knock it back into Max Bar after this.
Asher, we're on the good banter way. Well, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to myself, the founder of Radio SAAF, this morning, and Barry O Neill, the founder of Rory G Festival. And of course, we had John Canavan, our engineer, here with us, because unless we do, I won't go far. Míle buíochas cártas slán tamil, God bless you all, from myself and
Barry O Neill, as Mickey McMahon would say, truck your dog.
agus éile go brach. Slán a chárta, God bless you all.
Thank you.